I was just a child when the stars fell from the skies. But I remember how they built a cannon to destroy them. And in turn how that cannon brought war upon us. War was an abstract idea, nothing more than a show on TV. As a child, I only saw it as something that happened in some faraway land. Until that final day of summer. One day while on my way to school, I looked up in the skies. A sound like distant thunder. In the blue skies far above me, contrails drew dizzying circles around in a crazy waltz. A battle in the beautiful skies far away. I could not tear my gaze away from them. A deafening roar. Silhouettes appeared, as if to graze the hills and streak past me. The fighters played the cat or the mouse in turn as they climbed swiftly into the sky. One fleeing plane fell out of the skies, spiraling and spewing orange flames to crash by the Cape. The same Cape where my family lived. Now they only live in my memories of days past. The victor circled around to confirm the kill. And on his craft, there was a large number 13 emblazoned in yellow. I will never forget this. The Allies retreated across the ocean before the onslaught of the enemy. Our little town in the heart of the mainland fell into deep isolation.
Four years after the planetfall of the Ulysses 1994 XF-04 asteroids, Stonehenge, the Erusian weapon of mass destruction, was originally built to shoot down asteroids. Upon discovering its potential as an anti-aircraft weapon, the Erusians ruled the skies over the mainland. The ISAF's attempts to destroy Stonehenge through airstrikes failed. As a result, strategic positions on the mainland were lost. This in turn forced ISAF to evacuate from the east coast to North Point. ISAF GHQ is regrouping its remaining combat forces at North Point. However, the Erusians control most parts of the mainland, and they have forward deployed bombers to Wrigley Air Base, a former ISAF facility. This bomber force will attempt to deal a lethal blow to the ISAF at North Point from this strategic position. Here is the current SITREP and your orders for deployment, effective immediately. Enemy agents destroyed our early warning radar network, allowing several bear bombers to penetrate our airspace. In 15 minutes, we expect this bomber formation to strike Allen Ford Air Base and then move on to targets at North Point. Our air defense forces are extremely weak at this point in time, hence our GHQ is a sitting duck. It is mission critical that you destroy the bombers and neutralize the threat before they get past Newfield Island. Remember, you are the first line of defense for North Point, and the fate of ISAF lies in your hands.
Okay, so, one of the best intros in a video game ever. But, something needs to be said about Ace Combat 4, real quick. And let me get off of this screen, because it's blasting music as loud as it possibly can. So, this game does not run quite as well as the other games. So, there's this huge issue where if you play it in hardware mode, which lets you upscale and everything, if you play it in hardware mode, you get some really weird visual glitches that are kind of distracting and gross. But if you play it in software mode, it runs perfectly fine. The only problem is software mode doesn't, like, upscale things, So the graphics in this are going to look like PS2 era, which is not that big of a deal to me, but it's worth being said. Another thing about this is some of the cutscenes may look a little bit weird because we're in 1080p, and this is meant for, I think, 416p? Something like that? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna start. It runs better than I would have thought it does in software mode. So yeah, like I said, graphics are a little bit crunchy, but it's not that big of a deal to me. I hope it isn't to you either.
AWACS here, call sign Sky Eye. Do you read?
Yep.
Your call sign is Mobius 1. I'll refer to you by this name at all times. You are
Ballin'.
now under my command. 6 bombers on Vector 360 confirmed. Continue north to intercept. Today's my birthday. A victory sure would be nice.
So something completely different about this game. Ranging is different. So in the older games, this would be... lock-on distance would be 5,200 or so. In this game, it's exactly 800. Oh, I should probably fire 2.
Missile hit.
Also, something else different about this game, clicking the right stick just looks behind you, rather than switching views. You have to press down on the D-pad to change views.
Locked on. Mobius
And they put a
1,
lot more
Fox 2.
emphasis on the autopilot for some reason. So instead of pressing LB/RB or R1L1, whichever you wanna do, you press up on the D-pad, you go into autopilot mode, which is fucking weird.
Bombing the city.
But this was the first PlayStation 2 Ace Combat game, so they're kind of just winging it. All right, we're gonna take out the escorts. Lock on.
Fox 2.
Also, enemies dodge real good in this game, as you've just seen. Ah, that's a lot of gunfire there.
Bear. 3 targets remaining.
Cool. I'll keep an eye out on chat every now and then. Fuck you.
Mobius 1.
Ah, bombs didn't work. Worth a shot. Also, you'll notice the action's a little bit slower in this game too. Like this is maximum pull that I can do. Kind of weird actually. But you know. This is probably the hardest game of the Holy Trilogy.
Fox 2.
It's the most unforgiving with everything.
Keep an eye on those escort fighters. This is Allen Fort. We're under attack. The runway and facilities are hit.
Ah, who gives a shit? Also, the weirdest guns in the whole series. When you hit something with your guns, you don't get a hit marker. You just hear pings and you see little explosions. Wonder if I can show that off real quick.
Mobius 1 passing over.
Not if he turns that well. Not if he keeps fucking turning.
Bandits in gun range.
See?
Fox 2. Something's wrong. I'm pulling out. Bandit at 12.
Very hard game to S rank too.
Radar lock. Missile hit. Leave it to the escorts.
Good job, Mobius 1.
Sky Eye, this is Alan Fort. Got visual on the downed bombers. Whose kill was that? Make sure to thank him.
That's a roundup. Let's go on home.
Very crunchy graphics. But it actually brings me back.
Thanks to your efforts, the enemy bomber strike was averted. However, our victory will be meaningless should you fail the next mission.
Did I S-rank it? I did not. I got an A rank.
The war seemed to unfold in the blink of an eye. I don't remember exactly when the forces from the west occupied my town. I was too busy scanning the skies day after day, waiting for Yellow 13 to reappear. Before I knew it, everything changed. The language they taught us at school. Our friendly local sheriff disappeared and was replaced by foreign MPs. In the beginning, some people secretly tuned into broadcasts from North Point on their parabolic antennas. But as time passed, the broadcast no longer came in. Maybe the satellites were destroyed. All non-military computer networks were shut down. Gasoline was rationed to civilians. Though we lived in the 21st century, we were reduced to using crystal radios and horse-drawn carts. I moved in with my uncle in town, who used to be a taxi driver. Out of gasoline and out of work, my uncle did nothing but to drown himself in drink. I earned my keep by playing the harmonica in the town bar, the one thing I was good at. I'd play for sullen occupation soldiers in exchange for their charity and loose change, and used the money to support my uncle and myself. My uncle trash-talked the barkeep who catered to the enemy soldiers, but he never refused the money I brought home. As for myself, I had a crush on the barkeep's only daughter, who was a little older than me. Another day passed, yet still no sign of the fighter plane Yellow 13 in the skies above our town.
Man, the hand-painted cutscenes, they just don't age. I really like it, honestly. Also, we're overwriting my old save file. No big deal. My completionism run can go to fuck itself.
The enemy-held Wrigley Air Base is located in close proximity to our front lines, making it the proverbial knife at our throat. A large Erusian bomber contingent was deployed to Wrigley. Their intentions are clear. A full-scale strike on our forces at North Point is imminent. Your mission is to catch these bombers on the ground and destroy them. We intend to turn the parking ramp at Wrigley into a junkyard.
So, something that needs to be said, and my alarm's going off for no reason. This game takes place in the same continent that those of you who have played Ace Combat 7 will recognize, and we're fighting the same people, the Erusians. The first mission is you take off from an aircraft carrier in a cutscene, and then you shoot down bombers over Alan Fort Air Base. It's pretty uneventful, but it introduces you and AWACS Sky Eye. Okanieba in your language.
30 miles to Wrigley Air Base. Use the power lines to navigate.
I went over this before you got in, Lead. We have to play this at native resolution, because if we don't, we end up with this.
Watch those
running software mode to replicate an actual PS2.
Be calm and give it your best shot when the enemy arrives.
Mobius 1 passing over substation.
This game does not run well in hardware mode, honestly.
Bogey's closing in on Wrigley AB.
See if we can tag one of these F5s.
Repeat, this is not the drill. Intercept immediately. White 5, this is Wrigley Air Base. You're clear to take off runway 5. Take off as soon as you enter the runway.
Locked on. Missed. Mobius 1
Now I
shot
can't
down.
be 100% sure, but I think they completely changed engines between this and Ace Combat 5.
Neutralize the substation.
Which you would hope so, because it was like a 3-year difference. But yeah, I think it still looks pretty good in native res. A little crunchy, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, it's still de-underlaced. I gotta get reacquainted with these controls. They're not quite Ace Combat controls, like we remember.
Hard enemy radar spike.
Good job, Mobius 1.
This is Wrigley. We've been attacked.
Um,
We're currently engaging the
I was saying earlier, the controls in this game,
enemy attacks.
if you click the right stick to change view, like you do in every other game in the series, you just look behind you.
Missed.
Because I guess they didn't know what to... I guess they just didn't know quite how they wanted that to go. Also, AA guns in this game are fucking dangerous.
AA guns destroyed.
We don't play with them in this game.
Bombs away. Enemy facility
Bomb.
destroyed.
Meh.
Hard enemy radar spike.
Got a MiG-21. And we don't want to get hit. We don't want to get locked onto too much, because missiles in this game actually track really well. They kind of nerfed them in 5. Also, this fucking MiG-21 is running circles around me. Ow. Like I said, fucking
Fox 2. Fox 2.
fucking AA guns. We don't fuck with them in this game.
Good job, Mobius 1.
Look at this guy.
Hang in there. Don't give up.
Missile shot trashed. You're in gun range.
Mobius 1 shot one down.
No, seriously, watch what happens when I get close to this AA.
Fox 2.
Yeah. Guaranteed to hit you if you get close enough. They actually nerfed them too.
Is neutralized.
It's too bad I didn't save any bombs, huh?
All right, Mobius 1. Good job, Mobius 1.
That might be fun. That might have been fun. Also, the radio messages in this game aren't quite as meaningful.
Mobius 1 shot one down.
Most of it's just like filler noises. Yeah, you do take less damage from the AA guns, but you gotta remember, I'm also only playing on hard difficulty. To play Ace, you have to go through hard and then expert.
Decimated. Repeat. All our bombers are destroyed.
Sky High, this is Fighter Squadron. Mission complete. We're coming home.
In later missions, the AA guns can really fuck with you, because you start getting more and more of them to spawn. Like Operation
The attack was a success. A significant number of enemy bombers were eliminated.
What is it called?
and
Whiskey
a
something?
full-scale airstrike on North Point was averted.
very good.
One night, a spirited group made their way to the bar, chased out the sullen army grunts, and commandeered the place. Even I knew who they were. The patch on their sleeve was the mark of the proud Air Force. A loud-mouthed, middle-aged man went around, announcing each pilot's results for the day and his running kill record. For those who exceeded 5 kills, a thorough toasting and soaking followed. I believe it was their custom to call a pilot an ace once he shot down 5 planes. After completing the day's review, the same guy, the squadron adjutant, went on to announce, "And now, for our leader's results." Everyone turned around to look at the quiet man who sat alone, strumming a guitar. I found myself drawn to the music from his guitar. Our Yellow 13 bagged 3 more today, bringing his new tally up to 64 kills. With a tentative smile, the man with the guitar turned to me and asked me to accompany him on my harmonica. I brought it up to my lips and I started a new song. I had finally found him. But by some fluke, it was my father's favorite song, the one he used to play at the end of each day.
So, my take on it is it's got the most cohesive story in the whole series, and some of the best music. It's a lot of fun, and you can tell they put a lot of work into it, but you've only got 3 characters. There's only 3 characters that really get any, like, background story or any, like, expansion. So, you got Mobius 1, Yellow 13, and Storyteller. And that's about it. No one else really gets any story. It's a very small and personal story compared to the rest of the series.
The Allied forces are retreating, and survivors are gathering at the northern port of St. Arc. However, the radar facilities atop Mount Shesna provide tactical support to the enemy. As a result, our evac mission is in jeopardy. If our troops can successfully evacuate and regroup at North Point, they will become a formidable force in future battles. Your mission is to destroy the radar facilities on Mount Shesna, thereby blinding the enemy and hiding our troop movements.
Yeah, every game has some of the best music, but you can't lie to yourself. Listen to this. This is an absolute banger. It's just good. And this one too. This, however, is the weakest Hangar music. The Hangar music's kind of weak. It's okay, but it's a little, like, free-formy. This one's good, though. This one's real good. I like the Hangar. I don't like the store theme.
This combat area is within enemy airspace. Keep an eye out for bandits. Use Vector 180 to return home after destroying the target. Remember, a safe return completes the mission. Clear to engage. Mobius 1, engage.
Viper 3, engage. This is Shesna radar wall. Bandits approaching Vector 135. Web 6 is down.
Something that is true to every Ace Combat game. Head-on shots are instant win. I don't know why, but the AI has never been very good at dodging head-on shots.
Locked on. Bandits in gun range.
Those bandits.
Aces in 5 and 0 get a little bit better, but you don't start seeing people actually dodge head-on shots till about Ace Combat 7.
Target destroyed. Mobius 1.
Bombs away.
Yeah, see how just fucking quick that AA gun hit me? For 3 damage. Fucker.
Hard enemy radar spike. Bombs away.
Damn. 3 hits from an AA gun.
Is neutralized.
If I had to pick one thing about this game that I can't stand, it would be the AA guns.
Mobius 1. Target destruction confirmed.
That would have required me playing through it again, and I don't want to. I don't have to prove anything. Nah, I ain't downloading a save. Fuck that. Besides,
Fox 2. Fox 2.
if I get killed
Missed.
by one lucky missile, that kind of breaks up the
You're in gun range.
pacing of the stream, and I don't really want to do that.
Mobius 1.
Hard is hard enough.
Over Krasinski Crater. Bandit at 12 o'clock. Bandits in gun range.
Now, something I will say that I think Ace Combat 4 did better is the camera controls. Like, not like this, because that's normal, but the actual camera controls are, when you lock onto someone, the tracking is a little bit better.
Radar base 2.
It moves the camera off of your jet a little bit,
12 o'clock.
like that.
Radar lock.
It kind of moves the camera around your jet instead of just latching on from the same angle. It feels better.
Hard enemy radar spike. Missed. Locked on.
This is definitely the hardest game in the trilogy.
You're in gun range. Missed.
The actual enemy AI is not quite as nerfed. And you're dealing with a little bit more sluggish controls than the later games in the series.
Pickle, pickle.
Latch on, latch on.
Target is neutralized.
Mobius 1 destroyed the target.
Fighter squadron here. Mission accomplished.
Also, you don't. Later games in the series, if you fly upside down, you just plummet towards the earth. In this game, you can kind of just
All aircraft take vector 1.
You can kinda just hang out.
south. Use the return line on the map to exit combat area and return to base.
Also, one other thing that's a little bit annoying is you
Fly in
can't
the
look
right direction.
behind you.
You'll see a
You
white
have to
dotted
click
line
the stick
across your flight path.
to look behind you. So instead of just moving the stick
Those of
around,
you who need to resupply,
now you have to click the stick.
missions should cross this line to
Yeah,
exit
this mission's a filler
combat
mission.
area, then return to base or carrier. Approaching return line. Follow the controller's orders for landing.
Mobius 1, perform landing check. You are cleared to land. 2 miles to touchdown.
I want airbase controller lady to step on me.
1 mile to touchdown. Slow down. Speed's too high.
Don't tell me what to do. That was bad landing. Look at that damaged landing short hit to
Nicely
me.
done, Mobius 1. Go and prepare for your next sortie.
Oh yeah, I remember. And that landing would have taken like 3 minutes.
With their radar out of commission, the enemy's command and control is degraded. The evac and regrouping efforts are proceeding as scheduled.
I love that you can see the arrows flip. Like as you shoot them, you can see what direction the actual aircraft model is tumbling in. Watch. That one goes straight down. It goes ass end. It's really nice. Okay, we S-ranked that one though. I wish Control Tower Lady would have said something along the lines of, Mobius 1, you are on the ball. So that I could have made a joke about that. Best song in the game. Best song in the game, coming up.
We've discovered the Erusians are transporting a large quantity of strategic supplies and rapid deployment troops into Comberth Harbor. Comberth appears to be the staging area for an attack on North Point. The Aegir fleet stationed here seems to be the centerpiece of this strike. If the Erusians complete their troop preparations and the Aegir fleet sets sail, this will bring about our defeat in this war. Your mission is to intercept and shoot down the enemy transport planes in and around Comberth Harbor. Let's show them how vulnerable they are. Be advised, the transport aircraft have ECMs on board that emit powerful jamming signals. Rely on visual contact rather than radar.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What part do I hate? Are you talking about the briefing music? Because I love the briefing music. Oh, are you talking about Blockade? Blockade is one of my favorite songs in the game.
Mobius 1, Sky Eye here. You should be getting visual on the transport soon. Destroy the E-767s hidden nearby to clear the jamming.
I wonder if I can, No, you cannot. Oh well.
Good luck. Mobius 1, engage. Bandit at 12 o'clock.
Viper 3, engage. 12, engage. Omega 1, engage.
Radar lock.
Jamming's getting stronger.
It's real easy to overshoot in this game.
Another one at 2 o'clock. He's on my tail.
27 here, I can't control it.
I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the E-767s. They remaster Blockade in Ace Combat 5 as First Flight, which is one of the best songs in that game too.
I got the E-767s. Maintain formation.
Part of the radar's clear.
The radar's still jammed. There must be another active electronic jammer. Mobius 1, Fox 2. 2 targets remaining.
This is a very, very easy mission.
The E-767s.
Very easy.
What the?
There's only 3 transport craft. I'm artificially extending it by
All aircraft
trying to
jammer
S-rank
radar.
it.
It should be clear
Hard R spike. They do not disappear, actually. They just crash dive real quick. Hold on, let me get locked onto him here. Actually, this is the only game where they don't disappear.
Box 2. Locked on.
I say the AI is smarter in this game. Sometimes they just spawn in specifically to die. Missed him. I can show you later, but rest assured it is first flight.
Box 2, box 2.
Nice kill. Good job, Focus 1.
Good job. You shot down the enemy transport without any radar.
Yeah, in Ace Combat 4, they actually fall all the way to the ground. I'll show you a link. I'll send you a link to First Flight later.
The mission was a success. This Erusian
They
airport
are
line
the
has been
same
effectively shut
song.
down.
First Flight is mixed in with Blockade. So you can hear it in First Flight. Most of the song is dun 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 dun. But you also get to the part that's like na 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 na. That's Blockade. Na 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 na. Yeah, that's Blockade. Also a very fitting song for that mission. Good mission coming up. Great, now my awful humming is going to be all over YouTube.
Congress
That's great.
home of the Jaeger fleet, is completely dependent on a single petrochemical complex for its fuel supply. The complex consists of a land-based oil refinery storage facility and an offshore oil drilling platform. Your mission is to go out and destroy, or at least damage, these sites. Our objective is to reduce production output of this complex to 20% or less. By cutting off the port's fuel supply, we will delay and disrupt the combat deployment of the Jaeger fleet.
So, something else about Ace Combat 4 that a lot of the later games don't do, they really do a good job at contextualizing missions. So, like, for the past 3 missions, we've been knocking out, like, communication, cargo, resupply stuff, and then now we're gonna bomb out some oil fields, and all of this is so we can get to the Aegir fleet. We got napalm. We could do napalm this game. Rocket launchers are nice. Sagens would be nice. I think we're gonna war crime with some napalm, because I promised some napalm strikes in the last few playthroughs of other Ace Combat games, but I never got around to it. So I will do some war crimes. Score at least 2,000 points. That's really not that many points. I used to think this mission was fucking hard.
Commence operation. Split into 2 groups and destroy targets.
Oh, wait,
Inflict
wait.
as much damage as possible to the complex and reduce their output.
Damn, it's so dark, the visibility's poor.
Yeah, that is how nighttime works, man.
You sure this is smart? We're over the bad guys.
Clear to engage.
Yeah, that's how,
Mobius 1, engage.
That's how fighting works. I usually go for the oil fields first, but you know what? I'm going for the... I mean, not the oil fields. I usually go for the refineries first, but I'll go for the oil fields this time. Also, you can see, like, submarine nets and such.
8 o'clock.
It's really cool. Go get him, Napalm. I love the Napalm flip.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Oh, Napalm makes a good noise. I'm gonna waste a little time and actually go, I'm gonna actually do missile cam mode for the bombs. Not gonna waste a napalm on those two, though.
Fox 2. Enemy facility.
I just want to relive napalm here.
Bombs away.
Get rid of that chopper, too.
Very nice.
We will fire at him.
Losing their reserves will be a severe blow.
Well, the reason they don't hit hard is because none of the,
Enemy facility destroyed.
there's not enough characterization.
Mobius 1, he's on your tail.
Like, there's a few missions where you can be like, ooh, wow, I hate that that's happening to them. But in the end, it's not people that you've spent a whole lot of time getting to know.
Alright, I've got him cornered.
The missions are really good. It's just, it's hard to feel anything when bad things happen in this game. You know?
Locked on. Release.
Fox 2. Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
Because you're literally just a monster.
Missiles got me. Damn it. I can't control it.
Enemy facility destroyed.
He's engaging me.
Mobius 1. Fox 2.
Alright.
I'm surprised that AA gun didn't smack me.
Mobius 1.
Get him.
Fox 2.
That was a really high angle.
Thanks for the save.
Still okay.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
This isn't quite the same goal as Inferno. Inferno is a real hard-hitting mission in its story, but it's a very, like, simple mission. This is a score attack.
Enemy facility destroyed.
That's all this is. It's a score attack. You're setting up to fight the Aegir fleet.
Mobius 1. Refining facility destroyed. Switch to attacking the remaining facilities.
Roger that. No, there's something about this that feels better than Powder Keg. The closest I've gotten to feeling quite as nice in this series as this mission makes me feel would probably be pipeline destruction in Ace Combat 7. Where you're kind of just like, who gives a fuck? I'm just gonna kill the shit out of everything. Nobody here matters, except me. It's a good mission. It's a good mission.
Here's the flame as a beacon.
It also... I'm not going to spoil it, never mind.
Engage and destroy all pop-up targets.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
Negative. Just don't get shot down.
We got 4 minutes to get S rank.
Fox 2. Can't get close to the rig.
Yeah, this mission's very target
Fox
rich.
2.
And that's a lot of fun.
Facility destroyed.
Are the oil reserves being hit? Fox 2. How the heck did they do that? Don't fly in a straight line. Let's flank it. Max power.
Come on. Come on. Stop that fucking turn,
Fox 2.
bastard. S-ranking pipeline destruction's pretty easy. All you need to do, all you need to know, is bring bombs.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Where's that coming from? Behind me. Alright, I've already evaded it. You're not gonna see me fuck around with missiles in this game.
Facility destroyed.
They track way too well. They track way too well to fuck around with them. S-ranking it on the higher difficulties requires you being in a very fast aircraft, because if your allies kill even one
Facility destroyed.
string of enemies, if your allies kill even one set of the oil tanks, you will lose a whole bunch of points, because when they explode, they take out masses of enemies.
Fox 2.
And that can be a real pain in the ass. Not used to talking this much. Not used to having this much time to talk. Probably because I've played this game so damn much, I can rip my muscle memory at this point.
Radio failure. Pull up.
Out of missiles.
Ooh, we're out of missiles. We got 182 machine gun rounds left. Let's see. Let's get that.
Missile didn't hit.
Zero rudder authority.
Here we go.
Enemy facility destroyed.
No good. It's a miss. Don't fly in a straight line. Hi!
Enemy facility destroyed.
94 bullets.
Omega 12, Fox 2. This is bad. We're surrounded. No good. It's a miss. Shooting. Right behind you. Heads up.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Dead.
Mobius 1 crashed.
Fucker. This is what happens
Commence
when you
operation. Split
play
into
a lot of
two
Ace
groups and
Combat
destroy targets.
4 and Ace Combat 5 and 0, and you expect this to actually work.
You sure this is smart? We're over the bad guys.
Yeah, I got too ballsy. Don't worry about it.
Watch me
We'll speed run it.
Ace wings today. Damn, it's so dark. The visibility's poor.
So much for not breaking up the speed, breaking up the run.
Mobius 1.
Nassau? I've never heard of them.
Omega 1, engage. Refueling, engage. All right, here we go. This is White 1. Get him off me.
Bombs away.
I've got him.
Enemy facility destroyed. AA guns
Fuck
destroyed.
it.
Engage and destroy all pop-up targets. Thanks for the save.
That was bad. Bad bomb. Oh yeah, I know about that. I forgot what his name was, though. Come on. Give me some rudder authority, for fuck's sake.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Oh, damn. That would be a really easy mission to recreate. Yeah. That makes sense.
Thanks for the save.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed. SAM destroyed. Surface target destroyed.
I love that he just keeps updating you as you kill things. SAM destroyed. Surface target destroyed. AA gun destroyed.
Daddy needs a bullseye.
Locked on.
Did none of those hit? I get what you mean. He recreates the scenarios of the missions.
Just don't get shot down.
Enemy vessel sunk.
Oh, okay. I thought he recreated the scenarios, actually. I could be wrong.
Don't fly in a straight line.
AA guns destroyed. Enemy facility destroyed.
I'd love to see him try to remake Avalon.
Bail out! Bail out!
Like, someone actually remake Avalon. Would be really cool.
Hard enemy radar spike.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I thought I heard a lock-on noise, I guess.
Enemy facility destroyed.
All right, this one's mine. Right on the money.
I'd love to see him... Do what?
Give them all you got.
Avalon.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Watch your tail.
Hard enemy radar spike.
Avalon. Avalon Dam from the end of Ace Combat Zero.
Squeeze off exhaust. There, over there. Evade, evade.
Enemy facility destroyed. Surface target destroyed.
Missile, hard left. I've got a lock on. Right behind you. Heads up. Fox 2, Fox 2. Hard right, now.
Yeah. True.
I got him in my sights.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed. AA guns destroyed.
Right behind you. Heads up.
Hard enemy radar spike.
Beep, 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 beep.
Mobius 1, oil rig destroyed. Switch to attacking the remaining facilities.
I think we can get an S rank with this. 22 missiles left. No big deal. Now, in later Ace Combat games, the oil rig would be right next to the oil field to keep you from having to fly for quite so long.
Refinery at Vector 240.
There's a couple of little things that they do in the later games that really like change the pacing. I'm about to get smacked by an AA gun. Nope, not quite.
AA guns destroyed. Enemy facility destroyed. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Losing their reserves would be a severe blow to them. Halo 9, Fox 2. Bandit secured. Wait, that's a huge chimney.
This game unironically has the best guns of the trilogy.
Now.
Don't let your flying get sloppy.
Nobody here but you and me knows Tots.
1, engage. Box 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
I gotta say though, this game does have the best machine guns in the trilogy series, because the bullets don't just stop existing after a certain
Enemy
distance.
facility destroyed.
Damn, they're pesky. Mobius 1, standing behind you.
Pull up.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Still okay. Let's make it.
Enemy facility destroyed.
What's the status on the rig attack?
Oops, that was fucking bad.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Now we're just killing about 2 minutes.
Shots fired. I'm evading.
Hard enemy radar spike. Box 2. Enemy facility destroyed. Out of bullets.
Out of machine gun rounds. Not something you hear a lot in this series.
Enemy facility destroyed.
We S-ranked it. But we might as well make a little more money.
Enemy facility destroyed. Out of missiles.
There we go. Now we just gotta fly around for like a minute and 40 seconds.
Mobius 1, Bandit at 6 o'clock. Attack! Attack! They've stockpiled 5 million barrels. Got his tail. Viper 7.
The guns are the worst in Zero for sure. Ace Combat 5 is kind of the clean middle ground. Guns are kind of overpowered in Ace Combat 4.
Bandit at 6 o'clock. Shake him off.
I would argue that 6 has the best.
Mobius 1, perform landing check. You are cleared to land.
Because they've kind of got that,
Mobius 1, you are cleared for
they've kind of got that big hitbox thing Ace Combat 5 did, but also the guns don't take 40 minutes to hit something. Like, they don't take 40 minutes to kill something. So you, like, do a quick burst on target and you can shoot down most aircraft. It's very, very satisfying.
Vector 350.
7's pretty good, though. 7 is a little bit more old style.
That's a confirmed kill.
Ooh. Yeah, I could use some Ace Combat 8 right now.
On my tail. I'll fly support on that aircraft.
Facility neutralized. Mission complete. Mobius 1, heavy group hot. Appears to be 5 targets in the group.
Carry on the bogey. There's 5 kills. Disengage and RTB. Head south immediately.
Oh, fuck. I don't think I need to show anyone this. But you can try to dogfight with the Yellow Squadron. They will beat your ass in this mission. You are not supposed to be able to shoot at them. And if you do manage to hit them, it won't do damage. But it would require literally, like, He requires you to be cheating to hit them. You have to, like, have unlimited missile spam cheats.
Unload and head for deck. Separate from them.
I love the mission update player in this game, but apparently a lot of people don't. Which makes sense. That would be why they got rid of it. They updated it. In the later games, they updated it to dun 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 dun.
All aircraft.
Warning, Wardog Squadron.
The enemy lost 5 million barrels of reserves and the ability to process 250,000 barrels of crude oil daily. The Aegir fleet is effectively immobilized and no longer a threat. Unfortunately, our losses were high as well. We now rely on your skills more than ever to compensate for our losses.
Good S ranked.
A freeway under construction in a wheat field outside of town. When they started construction, I remember how the mayor bragged about it, even though it would completely bypass our town. The freeway became the occupation force's makeshift runway, and the unfinished tunnels their bunkers. This was their base. They were the elite flight squadron chosen to protect the cannon. Ironically, the same cannon that was created to shoot down the asteroids became a catalyst to the war. But when the Allied attacks no longer came, the squadron was assigned long-range missions that took them to distant battlefields. I thought of the words I would use to confront him and bided my time. Although I harbored these feelings within me, I could never get close to him. His wingman was always by his side. Despite having a gentle demeanor, I could tell that the wingman would never allow danger to get near Yellow 13, even on land. The pillar of their group, 13 exuded an air of invincibility. He always chose to fly a 5-plane formation. He was a man who prided himself not on his kill record, but on his record of never losing a squadron member. It's difficult for me to describe just how good Yellow 13's flying was, but I witnessed it once from the ground. The lead plane of the 5-plane formation should have turned the same arc with the same timing as the others. Yet only his plane drew sharp contrails. His heart felt compassion towards the weaker enemies he downed. Someday, if an equal appeared and challenged the limits of his skills in a fight, he would bear no resentment about being shot down. He said this himself. And so as time passed, I found the goodness of a home in their company. Leaving them was no longer an option for me now.
Very good storytelling in these cutscenes. Here we go. What we've been leading up to.
We will launch a surprise attack on the Aegir fleet while it lies immobilized at Converth Harbor. This large-scale airstrike will be the largest and the most strategic operation since the transfer of HQ to North Point. You may need to resupply along the way because this operation will be long in duration. Remember, it is imperative that you complete the mission objective and return to base safely.
Okay. Very fun mission. You know damn well we're going to be taking the A-10. Now this game, you have absolutely no issues buying aircraft, if you haven't noticed. Cluster bombs. Sagems. Cluster bombs are not good for this mission. Unguided bombs are. Score 3,000 points. That's another thing. Most of this game is score attack missions, which is just odd.
Initiate attack. All aircraft clear to engage any and all targets. Sink the invincible Aegir fleet while they're at anchor. Good luck.
Alright. We're going to wipe out the retreating fleet. Canonically, we're about to sink Torres.
Mobius 1, engage.
Viper 3, engage. Omega 1, engage. Omega 11, engage. Hard left, hard left.
I don't know if you need one or two for these. One. You just need one.
Sunk.
Harbor facilities were wiped out.
Yeah, canonically, Captain Torres is on one of the submarines that you sank. Or maybe it's a battleship. I don't remember.
Enemy
I'm not the best at remembering lore.
The other units are annihilated. Aim for the fuel.
I think you need two on the battleships. Nope,
Battleship Tanager sunk.
because bombs are pretty realistic in this game.
Aegis class Raven sunk.
One of ours went down.
Carrier Geophon sunk.
Is that the whole fleet?
Pulse eye on the Aegis ship.
Yeah, I think we just knocked out the whole fucking fleet.
Our inferior
Oh yeah,
fleet's gonna be
when I go through Ace Combat 7, which is probably... I'm going to do Operation Katina next. But when I go through Ace Combat 7, we're going to do them in order.
Enemy destroyer sunk. Cruiser Fenris sunk.
Should probably dodge that missile, huh?
Cruiser Kolga sunk. Hard enemy radar spike.
This is what I mean about not fucking around with missiles in this game. They track you forever.
Evac everyone. Evac everyone.
Let's put a bomb right there.
Break. Missile.
Enemy cruiser sunk. Cruiser Lazuli sunk.
Cruiser Lazuli sunk.
Break. Missile.
Check
These
6.
fucking missiles, man.
Don't let them get out to sea.
Knock down the destroyer Hearn.
Keep them at bay.
Destroyer Hearn sunk. Enemy destroyer sunk. Hard enemy radar spike. Box 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
And you know we gotta use the guns.
Choking the harbor.
Enemy cruiser sunk. Enemy facility destroyed.
Position engaged. The sunken ships are blockading the others. Attack! Attack! Fox 2!
Hard enemy radar spike.
Hostile.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
I'm supporting.
AA guns destroyed.
I like how realistically the AA guns respond when they're shot on the ship. Since they're in the harbor, they don't immediately blow up. They don't immediately give up.
Radar lock.
Because the ship's not going to sink, so they just sit there and keep plucking away at you. But out at sea, they immediately abandon ship, which I just think is kind of interesting. And you know they did that intentionally too. Where?
Mobius 1, bandit behind
Yeah, okay, we're good.
One enemy destroyer to the front and left.
There's amphibious craft too.
Oh, lead, all you missed was me saying I thought it was interesting that if you bomb a ship in the harbor,
Don't be a hero. Survival is paramount.
the machine guns and missile launchers don't blow up with the ship.
Target destroyed.
But if you bomb them at sea, they blow up with the ship. And the reasoning behind that is, at sea, they abandon ship.
Mobius 1.
In the harbor, they don't abandon ship because they know the ship's not going to sink because it's too shallow.
Bandit confirmed.
And they did it intentionally.
20. Missile turning hard right.
That's bad. Bad shot.
Combat's not limited to this area alone. Keep an eye out around you. Just a bit. I'm closing in on them.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Check high. They're coming in from above, too. Engage from 6 o'clock.
Surface target destroyed. Surface target destroyed.
They're sinking. They're sinking.
I just want to point out, running this game on a low-end computer is near impossible.
Fox 2.
So if you see any lagging, it's just how it is.
Submarine Beowulf new sunk.
Destroyer, Tiasi.
Bandit closing at 6. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Attack. Attack.
Destroyer Tiasi sunk.
So, fun fact about that, Jesus. This game came out in 2001, just after 9/11, and they actually censored parts of the game
Destroyed.
because of 9/11.
Destroyed.
Alright, we gotta get a missile into that submarine. Gotta get a missile into that submarine pen. If I had bombs left, all I would have to do is just fucking bomb it, but... I don't think you need but one. I was correct.
Enemy submarine sunk. Submarine Beowulf High sunk.
Submarine Beowulf Pie sunk.
Mobius 1. Bandit at 6 o'clock.
Okay, let's see if I can get a missile in there. One,
Enemy
2,
submarine sunk.
3.
Fox 2.
Let's see. That fucking AA gun still hit me, even though it was dead. I hate AA guns. Not quite as much as I hate helicopters. I hate helicopters.
Fox 2. Enemy submarine sunk.
Also, the A-10 has a really good roll rate in this game for some reason.
Heads up. Sails on that carrier are still operational.
Now, they always give you the option to go resupply, but I never take it in this mission. I never take the opportunity to go resupply. I don't know why.
Fox 2.
It seems kind of pointless, I guess.
New Comberth Harbor. Invector 340. On the nose.
Whew,
Enemy
that was
facility
close.
Destroyed.
Probably shouldn't fuck around like that, huh?
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Yeah, you see what I mean? They're not sinking. So the SAMs and the AA guns stay up.
Hard enemy radar spike. SAM destroyed. Enemy facility destroyed.
It's in the way.
Yeah, and this is something else we'll notice as we play this. I could literally finish the mission right now.
Fox 2.
There's no reason for me to keep playing.
Sunk. Enemy facility destroyed.
But I have to keep playing because we've got 5 minutes left. That's probably the most annoying part of the game.
Enemy
Like, straight up,
facility
we have
destroyed.
S ranked this mission already.
Still can't move.
Let's see.
The ship's not ammo are useless.
AA guns destroyed.
We've still got 5 minutes left.
All able ships, evacuate the harbor.
Destroyer Taish sunk. Out of missiles. Enemy facility destroyed.
We'll just go until I'm out of weapons.
All able ships.
And then we'll go land. I guess.
We've got to get out of the harbor.
Hard enemy radar spike. Enemy facility destroyed.
Let me see if I can, Yep, I can.
On right, now! Enemy vessel sunk. Enemy facility
Fire from that
destroyed.
missile boat. Not a big deal. Oh my god, we still have 4 minutes.
Enemy facility destroyed.
And that's the thing. This. Ooh, shit.
Enemy vessel sunk.
I didn't even see that. This game didn't expect you to already be good at Ace Combat. Because the series wasn't very popular before this game came out.
Enemy vessel sunk. Hard right, now! Hard enemy radar spike. Hard enemy radar spike.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna just start heading back to the return line. There we go.
Hard enemy radar spike. Landed at 6 o'clock.
I'm very nostalgic for this game, but I won't claim it's my favorite.
Go for the high-value targets first.
Because there's a lot of situations like this, where you're basically now dealing with, 2.5 minutes of nothing to do. Oh, no, Ace Combat got really popular about the time of Ace Combat 4. Granted, it got more popular recently,
Mobius 1, you are cleared for
but I forget how many millions of copies they sold of this game. But it was not a slouch in the sales department. Which is why they managed to make, like, 2 sequels within, like, 2 years. So, 3 years.
There, over there. Splash one, splash one. Hard enemy radar
Dogfighting
spike.
in an A-10, let's go.
Locked on.
I'm turning.
Target the transport ship. Evade.
Ow, fuck.
All right, I've got him cornered.
Yeah, if you want to look that up for me,
Can't maintain altitude.
I'd appreciate it.
Box 2. Hard enemy radar spike.
It was not a slouch, though.
Splash
It
one,
sold
splash
reasonably
one.
well.
Evade, Mobius 1.
It's no good.
Radar lock.
Mobius 1, get out of there.
I should probably dodge that missile.
Thanks for the save.
Hard enemy radar spike.
Mobius 1, shot one down.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It probably sold about 3 million copies. Not bad. At all. How many did 5 and 0 sell?
Okay.
Or can you find that information for me?
Bandit at 11 o'clock.
A-10, go bird. 15 seconds left.
Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Missile
6.
shot trashed. Sky Eye here. Enemy fleet and armor facilities confirmed destroyed. Mission complete. All aircraft RTB.
Best cutscene in the game.
The Erusian so-called invincible fleet has
Zero
been
didn't sell
destroyed.
quite as well. Hold
Their
on.
plans for invading North Point have been delayed indefinitely. Although we are still far from triumphant, this victory gave our troops a much-needed boost in morale.
So, Zero didn't sell quite as well because a lot of gaming review companies, not naming names, IGN, said it was basically more of the same, and they weren't real big fans of it. Even though Zero is, by the fans, considered, if not the best, tied with Ace Combat 5 for the best.
Your next mission is to attack the solar power generator plants in the Faith Park region. These generators equal nuclear ones in output and provide about 60% of the energy for the Erusian's military-industrial complexes. Since they do not require oil or uranium supplies, we cannot stop power production by interdicting their supply lines. This deep strike mission will not only cripple the Erusian's industrial output, but also divert attention from our own imminent invasion plans.
Cool. So, the thing about Ace Combat 7 sales, that's only for the first few months. Yeah, Ace Combat 6 gets inflated real bad. 4 was the best selling. 7 is second best selling. Then 6. And then 5 and then 0. If we're just counting those, you know. Deep strike, we want... I want that aircraft for sure. Unguided bombs are good. Alright, this is going to be the last mission I do. And then we're going to cut the stream and we'll start up from here tomorrow. 8 is a good... I think number 8 is Kimona, and that's a good mission to start off on. 7 has probably broken 4 by now. Because it sold 2.5 million on release.
Proceed due north to the power plant.
This is probably one of my favorite missions in the series.
Check your blades.
Keep your guard up. Don't lose sight of your wingman. Keep your eyes on the radar.
Oh my god, no one cares. We know all of this.
Watch me earn my ace wings today.
Mobius 1, engage. Locked on. Heads up. Enemy radar.
Oh, that was fucking bad.
Rifle 3, engage.
Button lag.
Rifle 1, engage. Refueling, engage. I'll fly support on that aircraft. You're in too deep.
Come on. just an F-16. That's 2 less numbers than us. Let's get him. Yeah.
He's coming this way.
Ace Combat is never going to be like a massive seller,
Mobius
But-
1 shot down a bandit.
it sells surprisingly well. Ooh, F-15. That's 3 less numbers than us.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Goodbye.
Damn, those mechanics were slacking again.
You mean you didn't check pre-flight check your own aircraft, you dumbass?
Confirmed at Vector 350.
So am I. There they are.
Solar power generator plant at Vector 350, 12 miles. Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Now, I just gotta point out, Ace Combat 5 gave some aircraft more health than others. So the Tornadoes take 3 hits, and everything else takes 2 hits. Coming off of this game and going to that messed me up real bad. Really fucked me up. Because my muscle memory was to fire 2 and just forget.
Radar lock.
Okay. You don't even have a plane number.
Solar power generator plant at Vector
Fucking Panavias.
8 miles.
You sound like somewhere where I would go to get soup. Panavia Tornado.
He's coming in.
Bandit at 12 o'clock.
I don't have to do this. Why am I dogfighting? I could just go blow everything up. Why have I not done that already?
Fox 2.
Goodbye. But I love
Bandit
dogfighting.
at 12 o'clock.
Ah, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the solar panels, honestly.
Flash, you've got one on your tail. The glow up ahead is our target. The power plant. He's behind me.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Fuck this green energy. Holy shit, that flak nearly hit me.
Bombs away.
Eat this.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Ow. Fuck, I hate AA guns.
AA guns destroyed. Enemy facility destroyed.
Don't fly in a straight line.
Take that, green energy! Should have burned fossil fuels. Oh wait, we got rid of all their fossil fuels.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Still okay.
AA artillery destroyed.
Good job, Mobius 1. Alright, this one's mine.
Bandit
Why is this
closing at
solar
6.
panel array so lightly armed?
Fox 2, Fox 2. Hard enemy radar spike. Enemy facility destroyed. SAM destroyed.
Let's flank him.
Enemy facility
Trying to get an S rank here.
It's no good. Sierra Hotel.
Enemy
What the hell?
facility destroyed.
Squeeze out the exhaust. Mobius 1, deflect.
I'm trying.
That's a kill.
Mobius 1, Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
Fuck you. I have better guns than you,
AA guns
bitch.
destroyed.
Right on the money. Target destroyed by Mobius 1. Hurry up. I'm getting Dale here. Draw them in.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Don't let him escape.
Guardian missile already. Damn.
SAM destroyed.
Pick off the weak ones first. Fast car.
No. It ends as soon as you bomb the targets. There we go. Now I can bomb the target.
Destroyed.
Got him.
Attention all aircraft. Incoming from Stonehenge. Confirmed on radar. Drop below 2,000 feet and head south to exit.
No, we're starting
combat area.
Corona tomorrow.
2,000 feet? What do they expect us to do? Go underground?
Head toward the ravine and terrain mask. Use the crevices. Get low and stay low.
What are you talking about? It's suicide to fly into that ravine.
4 rounds. ETA in 15 seconds.
No use. I can't get away.
We'll watch the cutscenes at the end of this and be done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many did we lose? 11 and Omega 5 are gone too.
Another wave from Stonehenge detected.
Omega 11 crashed.
Helicopters are just flying AA guns. Changed my mind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
Omega 1 crashed.
Exiting combat area. Maintain current course and altitude to RTB.
Omega 3, get out of there.
Stay down in the ravine.
Vapor 11 crashed. Thanks for the save.
The mission succeeded.
This is true.
But the combat losses due to Stonehenge were higher than expected. Victory will elude us until it is eliminated.
Yes, Rick. We'll watch the cutscenes and then we're gonna cut it.
At some point, I realized my uncle, my would-be guardian, had vanished. Maybe the secret police dragged him off for some drunken comment he made. Maybe he chose to disappear. I didn't have anyone to turn to, so I found myself living as if I were a member of the Yellow Squadron. Everybody in town scorned the barkeep for doing business with the enemy. In reality, he and his family were members of the Resistance, gathering up intelligence information from enemy customers. His daughter protected me, but that was only because of my tender age. The barkeep and his family were the real heroes, while I, on the other hand, found a haven among the enemy.
A recon satellite will be launched from the Kimona Islands rocket base to support our mainland operations. The Erusians responded by deploying a large number of their air superiority fighters to prevent the launch. A large-scale air battle is expected. We must win this battle to maintain our air superiority. We've only got one window of opportunity for this launch. Shoot down as many fighters as possible to preserve top cover over the rocket base.
Okay. Well, I think this mission would be better suited for a starting mission for a another stream. So, I'm going to call it quits there. Thank you guys for watching it. This has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to continue this game. But I will say, I think this game is a lot shorter than the other two. I think there's only 18 missions, which means we've only got 10 missions left. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Very short but sweet game, and we'll probably finish it in like 3 streams, especially at this pace. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys can tune in next time, which will probably be tomorrow. And I hope you all have a good day.